Hello, everybody. Welcome back. If you don't know, my name is Cooper, and today we're going to be doing something really fun. We are going to be reviewing some celebrity homes. I tried to pick some homes that are not as popular in this area of content on YouTube because I know that it is a popular video idea. And all the homes I'm going to be reviewing today are Architectural Digest Open Door celebrity homes. And before we get started, I just want to give a disclaimer that this video is just for fun, and if you disagree with me, that's totally fine. It's just for fun, and we're just going and we're looking at some houses, and yeah. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so the first house we're going to be looking at is Emma Chamberlain's. She is a Gen Z YouTuber. She got popular for doing vlogs. So here we have her living room. I believe this is right off the entry when you walk in. And honestly, I have some mixed feelings about it. When I take a look at this room as a full composition, I think it looks really beautiful. But then when I start to kind of break it down a little bit, I start to like it a little bit less. Okay, so I'm really loving I love the tree in her space. And can we talk about the architecture in her house? Because holy crap, look at all those windows and skylights. That is so beautiful. I am so incredibly jealous of that. She has this very sculptural angular couch in there that I really like. I love the color of it. I think it works well in that room, and it goes really well with the architecture. And then we have these chairs right here, these white and oaky wood chairs. I don't know if I'm necessarily a fan of those. I think maybe if she had done something a little bit more mid-century leaning or something vintage, because those chairs definitely look new to me. Those look like they're made presently, which is fine. They're just not my cup of tea. And then we have this chair in the corner. I'm not a huge fan of it. I think the fabric is a little bit cheap. And I think you should really stay away from velvet if it kind of looks like this. I don't know, it just looks a little bit cheaply done. It could totally not be. She has a ton of money, so who knows, but I know that it's definitely not my favorite. I'm just not a huge fan of these kind of long chairs that sit on the base. They just kind of remind me of the dentist a little bit. That is kind of how I see it. I do like the mission style lamp that they put next to it. I think it is really, really cute. I don't know. I like the art that she has in there. Her plant is really nice. Individually, are all of these items my favorite? No. But do they work together? Yes. And do they look beautiful? Yes. I really like Emma's kitchen. Honestly, hands down, I love this kitchen. I think it's really pretty. I love the sagey green that she chose. I think this is a good example of a sage green that you can use. And I honestly think this is a very timeless execution. I love that they did the marble under the sink. I think that's so cool. You know, they carried that marble up onto the countertop, whatever. Do I think that's probably heat resistant and totally practical? Honestly, probably not. Which is why I kind of stray away from marble countertops, but you never know. It looks really beautiful. I love the marble. And then I also really love that they did this really cool plank effect on the cabinets. I think that's so cool. You know, I haven't seen that before, or at least in more of a newly built house. So I think that's really cool. I love the planks. I love the hardware on the cabinets, the little curve, almost is nautical to me. And you know, since there's so much wood in this house, I think it was a really great idea to do a solid color kitchen, just because if the kitchen was wooden, I think it might have been a little bit too much. Again, I cannot even believe the skylights and the architecture of this house. I mean, how beautiful and incredible is that? The only thing that I am not too big of a fan of in this kitchen is the rose gold stripe around the vent hood, and then the rose gold pot filler and the rose gold sink hardware. I don't know, I just am not a rose gold person. So honestly, I think that's my only critique of this room. I think that if they had used silver or just a unpolished silver across the board, I think that would have been great. But you know, I think it doesn't look bad with the rose gold. It doesn't look bad at all. Is it my favorite though? No. But yeah, otherwise I love this room. So now we are in her dining room, and holy cow, is this beautiful. It's so pretty. Like, I would die for a dining room like this. Honestly, this room is perfect. I think that chandelier is so cool. I'm not usually a fan of like these balls, but I think they look really nice here. Like the kind of like smoked glass ball lamp, whatever. But they look really nice here, and I also really love this dining set overall. I think it's so pretty. The huge like travertine dining table with these really interesting chairs. It just works together, and it's really cohesive. I also really love the little pedestal in the background with the funky statue on it. I think that's so cool. And honestly, because of the height of this room and all these windows, I can understand why, maybe she didn't do a huge like console on that wall or something. It just adds to the dramatic effect. And I can't imagine how like grand and beautiful this room is, like when you walk into it. So honestly, period. I there's nothing about this room that I would change. I love it. I think it's beautiful, and I think it has a lot of personality too. It's not something you see every day. Now this has got to be my favorite room, hands down, in her house. I mean, this is just beautiful. I love this bedroom. It's so calming, it's so serene and cozy. Everything in this room is just done right. I love this bed frame. It's so cool. Like this velvety, dusty rose bed frame. It's so cool. And I love that they did the orange with it. I think that's like such an ostentatious leap. Like, that's very brave to put dusty rose and bright orange together, but it just works so well. I love the lamps on the side table. They're so cool. They're super sculptural. I actually would love these lamps. These are so pretty. But yeah, they kept it simple in here, I think. So I really like it. It highlights the architecture. I love that there was no art piece above the bed. I mean, do I think art would look nice there? Yes, but I think the tree is the art in this room. So there's a reason why my name is Cooper Plants and not Cooper Art. So that was a bad joke. Anyway, I just love this room. I think it's so pretty. It's got so much natural light too. Like, oh my god. And honestly, I don't hate this like ball at the end. Emma Chamberlain's use of balls in her house, I don't mind at all. I think that's really cool. That's totally like a super mid-century like vintage piece. That light on the floor. It just works. Like, in theory, if you showed me all these items separately, I don't think I would think they would go together, but when you see the room, they're perfect, and they really complement each other, and it feels calming, but it also has a personality, which I think is the main goal for a bedroom at the end of the day. So applaud Emma Chamberlain here. I know I'm not showing like every single room in Emma's house, but I'm just kind of going through and picking and choosing like things that I like or that stand out to me and are relevant here. Now we're looking at Emma Chamberlain's pool bathroom downstairs, and it's kind of like a walk-in bathroom from the pool. Honestly, this is gorgeous. I love the use of the wood paneling. I think it feels like so homey. I know that in her video she described it as wanting to feel like the inside of a sailboat, and I think that was fully achieved here. I grew up sailing, so maybe that's why I love this room, but I love that they did this pedestal sink in the middle. I think that's so cool. The only thing to me that seems a little odd is that there doesn't seem to be an enclosure for the shower. And that's just a little odd to me because there is an enclosure for like the bathroom. So there's like a private toilet, it looks like. There's not like a private shower. So if you want this to be like multiple people in here, you would probably need an enclosure for the shower. That's like not see-through, besides the point. And then I just wanted to mention the tiling in the shower. The tiles are laid out in like a vertical subway tiling design, which is honestly such a great way to do affordable tiling. You can get subway tiles for like pretty cheap, and turning them vertical like this is a really great idea, because it kind of changes the format and it doesn't seem so like, I guess, basic. But yeah, I think it's a great idea, and I love this use of it in her shower down here. Next up, we have this lovely couple here, Lily Allen and David Harbour. I guess like brownstone-y kind of apartment. So here they are on their green couch. I already am getting a little sus about this space. I don't know. I don't know. Let's take a look. So here we have the same room that they were sitting in the couch on, the living room, obviously. I don't know about this one, you guys. This is like already giving like a lot visually. This is just my opinion, but I don't want to be overstimulated in a house. I don't know. They have this wallpaper. I love the wallpaper. I think it's pretty, but the room is just feeling a little bit flat to me, and I think that's just because it's so monochromatic in the same tone. Like I feel like I can't escape the green. Um, and I like those chairs actually. I like those chairs. Do I like the green ceiling, the green trim, the green couch, the green chairs, the green fireplace? No. I don't like it. I don't like this palm lamp or whatever is going on in the background. I'm not a fan of that lamp. Then they're also continuing this flower print again on the curtains. It's a lot. It's a lot. Here is another angle of their living room. It's kind of like looking, I guess, at a little office nook or something, like a little alcove with a desk. This I like. I think it's cute. I love the desk. I think the chair is nice, and I like it with the wallpaper and the piece of art. But yeah, I just think the green trim and the green ceiling is a lot. But otherwise, I think this would be nice. I'm not exactly sure what flooring they have. It seems like they have like just old wood plank flooring, or that they painted a like reflective white. Honestly, that might be the culprit here. Of making it feel flat is because there's no depth in the flooring, and I think the white in this room just kind of takes away from it. Whereas if it were like a darker wood stain, I think it would go with this a little bit more and make the green feel a little bit less, loud. So here we are in Lily Allen and David Harbour's kitchen, and when I first saw this room, I thought, wow, this is a beautiful kitchen. And then, you guys, just get ready for it. I realized that the chandelier in this room is not symmetrical above the island, and I actually am having like a whole episode over it. Like I can't deal. It's just it's bothering me. Chandelier aside, I do like this kitchen. I think it's pretty. I don't mind it with the white floors. I like that they did this like curtain over the island. That's very English. Lily Allen is English, so that makes sense. But yeah, I love the cabinetry. I think it's a nice, simple, white kitchen. And I think it seems pretty practical and utilitarian, so I like this kitchen, minus the chandelier. I don't like the chandelier. I don't like the chandelier. It's bothering me. Somebody needs to remove it and fix its location. All right, this picture, we only have a splice of the chandelier, so I'll be able to handle myself. We have a lot of repeated prints going on here. I don't know what's going on, but they just love to use the same print. They have this little breakfast nook. I like this breakfast nook. I think it's cute. I like the little candle holders. I think this cream trim is a little bit less offensive than the green, and it feels like serene and nice, and I feel like I would have like a really delicious like pancake breakfast in this room. It's like homey and nice, and I think this room is very well designed. Or this like specific corner is well designed. My only note here would be to reupholster the chairs in a different fabric. I think mixing it up could be pretty interesting. I really wish that they incorporated some kind of blue into this room. I think that would really add to it, like a nice light pale blue. I think it would make it feel a little bit lighter and, add a little bit more visual interest to the space. You guys know I love saying that. So here's a questionable room, if I've ever seen one. So this is their downstairs den. Is it supposed to be a tiger den? I think so. There's enough animal print in here. Okay, so some of you might find this a little controversial, but I'm not opposed to animal print of any kind. A rule that I have when it comes to like very loud prints is I think doing it on a smaller scale is good. And I don't mean in a smaller room, but I mean like a smaller print size. I think it makes it look a little bit more cohesive, and I think the large like tiger print, I guess is what you would call this, couch, it looks gaudy, and I don't like gaudy. It's not my fave. I don't really know why they included this room in the tour. I don't think there's really anything interesting about it besides the animal print. All right, so here we have something that you don't really see every day. Here Lily Allen is. If you couldn't pick it up by now, this is actually a bathroom. I know. Oh my god. Just for context, in Lily Allen's house, the master bathroom and bedroom are kind of like in one room. The bedroom is in like an alcove. I'll show you that later, but I don't even know what to say or where to start here. The carpet. I don't like this carpeting at all. I don't like it at all. And also, why do you have carpeting in your bathroom? Like, can somebody please answer this grand question? I feel like maybe you're lacking in a couple brain cells if you don't put together the fact that carpet, bathroom, no. Anyways, if you couldn't see, what she's sitting on here is her bathtub. This room I actually like. I like the wallpaper and I like the pink trim. I am not a big fan of these curtains again. I think if they did something solid instead of such a loud pattern, I think it might have made the room look a little bit less overstimulating. Another thing I do like about this room is I like the sinks in here. These are really beautiful. I love this like wooden bent base. It looks like almost French to me. I'm sure it is. And I like that it's like a little pedestal sink, whatever. That is really gorgeous. I think that's a great design to carry into more, modern construction. But with the carpet, I just can't do it. It looks like a dresser with the carpet. So get rid of the carpet, maybe put in some tile. I'm not fully hating on this room. I just think sometimes you don't need to overdo it. And unfortunately, Lily overdid it. So this is what I was referring to when I was talking about the bedroom alcove. So if you don't notice, we kind of like took a 360 and now we're looking the other direction. I'm a little confused. It kind of just looks like a motel to me during the daytime. I'm not sure as to why they only sleep with a sheet on top of them because that blanket looks so thin. And then my other gripe with this room is going to be the flamingos. I get it. It's like the pink bedroom, whatever. But the flamingos, if they did something in they need to even it out. There's too much pink. I'm not opposed to monochromatic, but I don't want to be in a pink box. Yeah, this bedroom's kind of meh. It kind of looks like a Victorian ghost lives here or something. And not in a good way, so. Okay, everybody, now we're getting into the horrible houses. Oh my lord, is this house bad? Alright, so if you guys don't know, this woman is almond mom extraordinaire, Yolanda Hadid. She is the mother to the models Bella and Gigi Hadid. Anyway, here she is in the front of her Texas house. Okay, so here we have the front exterior. This is I just hate this. I just don't like anything about this. I don't hate the exterior stone that they used, but the big kind of like wooden posts with the joinery, it kind of looks like a bridge to me. And then this clock behind it, it's like some French old clock. I don't like it. It looks like you got it at Home Goods. So, hate to break it to you. The garden is nice, I guess. It's a little weird. It's very like minimalist. I'm a little confused because the house is very one style. And this landscaping is for like modern construction. This is just a little bit confusing to me. It's throwing me off. And then, okay, so why do we have this pine tree over here? If we're in Texas, like it looks weird. I feel like this house like kind of belongs in like Wyoming or something. Welcome to the display room, as I like to call it, because why does there so much open shelving in here and it's all little trinkets? I cannot handle it. And I don't like all of this LED lighting. It just looks very like luxury real estate to me. And then all her furniture in this room is like the same color, and then there's the Hermes pillows. See, it's just like a rich mom that lives here because there's like the Hermes like pillows or throws or whatever. So, I'm not 100% against this kitchen, but I would change one thing mainly, and that would be the wood paneling. I'm all for wood paneling. I love wood paneling. I think it should totally be brought back. But do I think a kitchen is the right place to do it, specifically like a backsplash? No. It doesn't seem fully sanitary to me. It's also just kind of like very busy in the space, and it does not feel like easy to clean by any means if like something splashes up from, a stove or whatever. Not that this woman is cooking. I'm sure she is not, because somebody who cooks would not design their kitchen like this. I like the base cabinets. I think that's pretty. With the wood, I love the use of the countertop and how it goes up the wall a little bit in the back. I think that's really pretty. I'm actually doing something very similar to that in a project I'm working working on, and yeah, I really love it. I think something that also is making the room look a little bit odd is the fact that these light fixtures are so small. I think maybe doing like a huge pendant, something oversized in this kitchen would make it look a little bit more cohesive. And yeah, I don't know, this kitchen, it's a little too like barn for me. Okay, so this room, I don't really know where this is, but I just thought I needed to include it because of how horrible. This room is representative of the whole house to me. So why are we doing a gray landlord special wood on the wall? The black bathtub is like, okay, whatever. I don't know, black bathtubs are not my favorite. And what is the horse art doing in here? Like, this is so ridiculous. This is like what you put in a kid's room when they want like a horse themed bedroom or something. Like, this is very hilarious to me that this grown woman has horse prints in her house like this. It's a little silly. Okay, so this is the master bedroom. I have a couple critiques of this room. I do like the windows in here. I think that's really pretty. It's kind of like factory adjacent. I don't like the wood that they picked to do like on the back wall behind the bed. It just looks a little bit like manufactured and modern farmhouse to me, and I don't really like it. You know, if you like that style, all to you. But yeah, it's definitely not my fave. And she has tile floors in her bedroom, which is a little confusing to me. I don't know why somebody would put tile in their new build master bedroom. Here's the master bathroom, as to be expected. The concrete bathtub is interesting. You know, I don't like the wood panels in here. Why do we need a huge glass floating shower in the middle of the room? Why does everybody need to have their own kitchen's worth of counter space in their bathroom? Like, that's a little silly. This is just a little bit extravagant and unnecessarily so. Okay, so now we're moving on to, I think this might be my favorite AD home tour I've seen, minus Dakota Johnson. Iconic. We love Dakota Johnson. I believe this article and like open door video came out this month. So this is model Paloma Elsesser. This is her Brooklyn brownstone. So we are in Paloma's living room, and wow, this is very pretty. I love it. Yeah. Honestly, that's it. No, I do have some critiques of this room. I really do like this room though. I love that couch that she has. I think this is really like nice and moody and cozy and just very warm. Has a lot of personality to it. I also just really love the use of color here. You know, you've got the red curtains, you've got the blue pillow on the couch, and then you have this art installation that's kind of like hanging fabric. I think that's really cool. I think the style just looks great with this kind of architecture, this kind of like historic New York vibe. One thing that I would change though is I don't know if I like these speakers out. And you know, these speakers are nice, they look fine, but the only reason why I have a real gripe with these speakers is because, okay, imagine I'm invited to a party at Paloma Elsesser's house. I go and I sit on her really nice couch. Then I realize I'm sitting in front of a speaker and there's music playing directly into my ears. I don't know, that's just a little bit uncomfortable to me. Okay, so now we're in Paloma's kitchen. Oh my gosh, this is so unique. Honestly, I can say I've never seen something like this. This is so beautiful. I love the tile work on the vent hood and the backsplash. I think it's really pretty. I love the lower cabinetry. The countertops are also gorgeous. And I like that they picked this warm tone yellow. It's just like very nostalgic to me. And it feels like you're going into your kitchen that's like nice and bright and sunny. It just feels very cozy and warm. I think this is a really great example of kind of mixing interior design with also hominess. One thing I also wanted to note is these stools in her kitchen island. These are custom stools. It's actually so cool. So they're actually like flush with the back of the island, it looks like, when they're fully pushed in, which I've just never seen before. I think that's really unique. It seems like they have storage under them and stuff like that. I don't know. And you know, I could also see this coming into style because personally, I have a hard time finding kitchen island stools that I like with backs. Yeah, I think this is really cool. I love this light fixture in here. It's like really classic, and I love the floors in this house too. Really gorgeous. Moving on. So I'm going to say it's safe to assume that this is a extension of the kitchen, this little banquette area, breakfast nook, whatever you want to call it. I think this is a really unique example of like how to style a breakfast nook. I have never really seen a breakfast nook with this much personality in it. This banquette, I'm not a huge fan of the fabric it's upholstered in. It just doesn't look top quality to me. Not that everything needs to be top quality, but it can look top quality and still be affordable. So that's my only note for here. I really am into these chairs. You know, I'm in the process of trying to find dining room furniture, so something like this would be really cute. I also really love this light fixture hanging from the ceiling. This is really cool and fun, and I feel like whether you have kids or not, this is just like a really like fun vibe. Like I could see my friends and I like drawing or painting in this room and just, you know, having a good time doing whatever. So I just wanted to show you guys this room because it is an example of how to do animal print. I love this red carpeting. I love wall-to-wall carpeting, and this kind of zebra print built-in looking couch, and I don't hate it at all. This is a great example of integrating animal print into a room without it completely overtaking the space. Yeah, this piece of art is cute. I think maybe doing something a little brighter could have been fun. I am super into these swivel chairs again. These are really cool, and I love this like coffee table. It almost looks like an Asian style coffee table. Also, something I wanted to note is this plant stand in here. It's like a tripod plant stand, which honestly I'm not usually a big fan of, but this seems to be like a vintage one. Honestly, it looks really nice. Okay, so here is Paloma's bedroom. I really love this bedroom. I think it's very pretty, but I'm not exactly sure why. It just feels a little teeny bit drab and cold to me. And I think the reason why is the wall color. I think it's a cool toned paint. Using a warm toned paint in here could have looked a little bit better. Maybe like a brown or something like that, because it's just throwing me off a teeny bit. But otherwise I think it's really nice. I really like the little orange lamp in the corner. I think that's cute, and the light fixture in here is also really pretty. I really like this wall-to-wall carpeting that she's doing in her house. I think that's really cool and unique, and it's coming back, and I love wall-to-wall carpeting. I think it's amazing. Just don't do what Lily Allen did and put it in your bathroom. Don't do what Lily Allen did. Theme of the video. Here is her bathroom. This bathroom is really pretty, and there's a lot of things going on here. So the first thing is this marble. This is so pretty, but once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. It just kind of... Okay, you guys, you know, hear me out here. This marble looks a little bit like a raw steak to me. But anyway, looking past that, I really love this red marble. I think it's really cool and fun. I love like the inlay that they did under the sink. That's something that's kind of like coming into style these days in interior design. I also really love the thick marble countertop. It just looks really cool. I think she did really well with choosing like this walnut framing for the mirrors in here. It looks really nice and cohesive, and it's classic, and I can't really see this going out of style. I just think maybe one thing about it is I feel like they should have turned on the light or something when they shot this picture, just because it does feel, again, just a little cold. But I think it's the lighting, honestly, because otherwise I could see this being really warm and nice and cozy. So now it is time for the final home review. Oh my gosh, maybe I should put like a trigger warning on this one just because there's a lot of moving parts on it. So here we are. This is RuPaul's house. RuPaul does like Drag Race, everybody knows that, and he's done so many other countless things. So this is his living room. And bejolly me, this is a crazy room. Oh my gosh, there is so much going on here. So let's unpack this together. The first thing I want to talk about is the use of black and white here. It's a lot. I can't say that I like anything in this room. Actually, you know what? The chandelier is fine. I do like the chandelier. So in general, this kind of just feels like a hotel lobby to me. Honestly, I think he made a huge mistake across the board with this house in painting the window trim black. This is in regards to the floor being black and white, obviously. It's the flooring and the window trim, and it's just too much contrast between black and white. And what happens then, it starts to feel like way too busy, like your mind is running. I can't see myself being calm and tranquil in here. I'm not a huge fan of the use of teal in this space either. This room is just, it's really not my favorite. Moving on to the room that's across the hall from the sitting room that we just looked at. This is RuPaul's disco ballroom. I don't like this at all. I don't know why there is so much black and white in this house, but it is so overstimulating. I'm trying to find things that I like in here, but my mind is getting like sucked into this black and white abyss. And it's a little odd to me because, if you take a look at the architectural elements of this house, it seems like it has really good bones. Like it has all this intricate woodwork. I'm not sure why RuPaul took it in this direction. Obviously to each their own, but I do like the mirrors in the back. I think that's cool and like kind of elongating the space, but it also makes the room feel it just makes the room feel very long, like abnormally long. You usually will have a shorter end of the room and then you'll have a longer end of the room. And what interior designers will do if the room feels very like long is they will put mirrors on the longer end of the room to try and like make it feel a little bit wider, whereas putting mirrors on the back end of the room or the shorter wall, it makes the room feel even longer. And I kind of feel like I'm in The Shining here, like the two girls are at the end of the hall next to that fireplace that looks like it's gonna eat me. So here we have, this is a kitchen. There is so much black and white going on once again. And then there's the addition of these little red chairs in here. I don't like those either. They look like hotel furniture. And then there's the orange hood. I just hate this color combination. And these floors, like, oh my gosh, this kitchen is giving me like an actual migraine. I'm not a fan of it. And then these geodesic pendant lights are also not great. Those also feel like they belong in a commercial space. I feel like a lot of the furniture in this house feels that way. Like it should be in like a hotel or something like that. But one thing I will give RuPaul credit on here is the hardware. It looks like he did unlacquered brass, which is really nice. So it like ages naturally with time. That is really pretty. It looks like this could be like Waterworks hardware. Don't quote me on that, but there's a company called Waterworks. They make really nice kitchen hardware. Other than that, I'm just not a fan. And again, with the marble countertops, you guys, can we stop doing that? It's just so unpractical. Like, do you really want to have to be worried about putting your pot on the counter and like totally destroying your countertop? That just doesn't feel like a life that I want to live. Okay, so now we've moved upstairs. So this is the primary bedroom. We have apparently ditched the black and white marble floors, which I'm happy about. But we've swapped it out for this giant gray circle rug. We have this trend of the black and white. I love a 4-poster bed, I do. This would look nice if it had a nice little floral pattern on it or something like that. But there's way too much going on. The wallpaper with the black background and the white flowers, again, just makes the space feel busy. And then the complements of orange only just make it feel flat and, it feels very like 2011 to me. I don't know. I also don't know what's going on with this light fixture on the ceiling. It's really odd to me. I'm not sure what this is. It looks like this is a reimagination of a vintage light. This is the primary bathroom. If I had to pick a room in RuPaul's house to like be in, it would probably be the primary bathroom. I just don't understand his necessity for the black and white contrasting floors and trim and whatever. This bathroom looks really nice. It seems like they're in some kind of turret, which looks nice because it has all these windows around it, and I can imagine this bathroom gets a lot of natural light. Again, I don't hate the chandelier in here, but I'm not sure what's going on with this bust on the bathtub. I'm not sure whether or not it's like prop styling the people who go in and style the space for the shoot, or if the bust is always there. Marble's not that bad here. I don't mind the marble bathtub. Lastly, I just wanted to talk about the outside. So if you gather this or not, this is actually an outdoor dining room. Why is my question. I don't know why anyone would do this. I don't understand the appeal. It looks like a circus tent to me. I don't know what's going on with all these stripes. It's like reminding me of Sephora. Oh my god, that's exactly what RuPaul's house looks like. It looks like a Sephora. This outdoor dining room this is insane. And then the mirrors in the back, like we're outside here. Don't you want it to be tranquil? I guess this can be somebody's idea of tranquil, but it's very loud. So anyways, you guys, that is the end of the video. As always, you can find me on Instagram at Cooper Osinski Interiors. You can check out my website, which is cooperosinski.com, where you can see the projects I've done and worked on. And on my website, you can find my email to set up a consultation with me to design a room in your house or whatever you need. And right now I'm doing everything completely pro bono, so it's free. I'm just trying to build up my portfolio a little bit more. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. But yeah, anyways, you guys have a very nice Sunday or whatever day you're watching this. Bye.